We just found a high school classmate of Harry Melling's who's played in this tournament for 16 of the 18 years. What a record. Tell us who you are and how you know Harry Melling.
I'm Dick Loring. I'm from Jackson, Michigan, and the home of Harry Melling is, of course. And Harry and I were classmates in school at Jackson High School, and we've always had a kind of a genuine friendship. And there's a lot of stories about Harry I like to talk about, but I don't know what story you want to go at. But
was he a good student?
Yes, he was. He had an engineer's mind. He was always thinking, and he'd read a lot of books. He's an avid reader, and but he never was one guy that would go out and raise Cain. Very quiet, and he liked nice things, and he usually got them.
Well, now you're not shy, but you said that Harry was.
No, he and I were both very quiet. I don't know if I was shy. I don't know if Harry was that shy. We were both very quiet. We weren't pretty people to look at, probably. And if we had to hustle somebody, it probably wouldn't happen.
So this is your 16th year playing, and did you have a good game today?
Well, I brought my family up this year. It was the first time I've ever had a chance to play with my brother and my sister and another brother. And so going back to family, that was kind of fun. And we did as good as we could. We fared well for what we got. We got what we deserved, and we deserve what we got.
Did you have fun?
We have a riot. This is probably the most outstanding event that any golfer that can ever play in. People that come here will always come back. Just look at the size of this thing. We have 400 plus golfers.
Why do you come back?
For the environment. I mean, you're looking at 3 golf courses that you have to walk backwards to see what you miss. I mean, everything here is spectacular. Sometimes the weather can trick you a little bit. Yesterday it wasn't too fun to play in with all the rain, and it was pretty rainy this morning too, but the rain we had today was all misty and fiery, and so it was hard to play. You have to play with a lot of stuff on. A little chilly.
Tomorrow's going to be the best day, isn't it?
Tomorrow's going to be sunshiny just like it was all the other times, and I know it's going to work out really well. I'm just certain that Harry's looking over us. We go up the number. We're up on number 6 today to see his favorite hole. That's where he's at. His memorial's there, and we all took a nice picture there, and it was a beautiful, spectacular view as usual.
Mr. Jones, the par 5s here at Treetops are very unique. You've got water surrounding greens. You also have ravines, side hill lies, and etc. What is your feeling and philosophy on the design of a par 5?
Well, it's related to the shot value of the pro and how to, you see, in all golf, the history of golf, the pro attacks and the architect defends. And you go back to the feather ball, the gutty ball, the first rubber ball, and you have to defend based on the strategy of the attack. And so you have to know how far he hits, and you have to try to divert it. In other words, you can't go, even the old course of St. Andrews, Scotland, has been natural for defending the attack because it had all these little pot bunkers. And as the ball changed, there'd be another pot bunker, not the same bunker, that would be defended in that hole where the player would get in it. So in developing strategy, we have to try to develop something that converts the golfer to think what he's got to do. And when we make a green, we design a green, we put the different pins on the green, and then we do something to defend that pin position. Maybe water, maybe a little pocket in the green, maybe a slope. All these things come into effect for confusing the golfer.
One of the questions I have for you, Mr. Jones, is after playing this golf course several times, it's got probably more variety than any course I've ever played. You've got ravines, you've got water, you've got trees, you have side hill lies. There's so much of it. Does Treetops remind you of any of your great golf courses that you've built?
No, I think it's different in the sense the terrain is different. The trees are different. We got the water, and in each hole I tried to give it an individual character because of the terrain. And this terrain is very unusual, very great for that purpose. And you see, when I design a golf hole, I will take and design it, and then I'll say, what are the alternatives? and then I'll try to work out any number of alternatives I can, and try to logically cut that down. I don't want repetitive of one hole looking like the other hole. The same on the green, or the traps in the fairway, or the playing value of the hole. And this had gave me such a great opportunity to have variety. Well, that's our philosophy. We think a golf ball should not have playing value, but it also should be good looking and balanced. And there's a balance between the design and the features, so it's a piece of artwork.
Which brings me to a question. Mr. Melling, Harry Melling with Sylvan Resort, the owner of Sylvan Resort, brought you in. He felt he had some options with different architects, and after looking at the land, I think he definitely felt that the natural terrain, that you would be by far the best. And what is your situation? I think I'll ask Mr. Melling, what really made you feel that Mr. Jones was the person that you wanted up here at Sylvan Resort?
I think the key factor is he leaves the land basically the way it is. And the beauty up here, I could see it, but not as good as he could see it. I mean, I could go through the woods and see hills, but I couldn't see the hills and the valleys and I have seen a lot of the other architects, and he leaves things natural. And tell you what, when he started moving the trees out of the way, he saw it, and I didn't see it, and we couldn't have made it any better choice. It worked out well.
There's no question that winners recognize winners. And one of the things, I recall the story, we were standing over at the ninth green, and the first question is Mr. Jones was looking over at the green, and as I proceeded to hit a 2-iron in there and fly it into the woods after it skipped down the green, he looked at you and he said, Mr. Melling, would you like to get in the top 100? And your reply was, absolutely. And he says, well, then I'm going to bring the bulldozer in, and we're going to bulldoze that green and make it right. That's a unique situation. And what do you feel about that, Mr. Jones?
Well, I think Mr. Melling is a good businessman. And being a good businessman, he wants to bargain. And when I can build a golf course, a better golf course for half of what another architect can do, that sort of helped persuade him too.
You don't have to move as much dirt.
He's not chintzy, I'll tell you. Anything you tell him, if he'll give you a go ahead, if in his mind it's a logical thing, and he has a good sense of balance in that.